What's up, Archons? I'm Flightless Pheasant, and now that you're here, we can start talking about this new article that's come out on the Keyforging website. So I know I've done a few things on the GameFound updates for Grim Reminders, but this actually came out on the Keyforging website, which is the official Keyforge website. I link it at the bottom of all my videos, so feel free to go over there and take a look. But this is about 2023 organized play, which I didn't get to play any of the organized play in 2023. I'm really sad, but I'm excited to hear you guys' stories from it. It's kind of a technical article, so we might skip around a little bit, but I wanted to talk about it because there's some exciting stuff about organized play for this year for those of us who are interested in doing that. So it says that planning for Keyforge 2024 organized play season has been underway since they concluded the Keyforge celebration last November. Yeah, I'm really sad I missed that. Any of you guys who went, tell me your stories, because I hear it was a blast. I just could not go. I was really busy. I was actually closing down. I owned a local game store until about that time last year, so I've been closing that down, and it was just a real bummer, but I couldn't make it, and I'm hoping I can this year, so I'm looking forward to being there. Watch out for me. Anyway, we're as excited as you to start new journeys in both casual and competitive forging as we gather the last few pieces of amber to forge that key. Let's take a moment to reflect on the 2023 Keyforge Open Play season. Organized play in 2023 was a build-up year in many respects. We focused on our efforts to revive high-level competitive events for a game that had not had that type of publisher-level support for almost 3 years. There were big, splashy, joyous events for those of you who had stuck with the game for so long. In that regard, we consider the season to be a success. Archons heard the call, and we were extremely pleased to see you. Yeah, I heard it was really good. I heard everybody had a great time. There were lots of really good events. Internationally, might have been a little iffy, because I think there were only like 3 events internationally, or at least of the organized play. But yeah, cool. So let's read on. Ancient Battlegrounds. 3 major types of competitive events were held. Vault Tours, National Championships, and World Championships. This year also saw a second iteration of Keyforge Celebration. Yeah, they didn't do store championships this year, which I heard they're going to be doing those this year. I think they talk about that later. So there were 7 Vault Tour events around the world, 5 in the US, 1 in Italy, and 1 in China. Okay, so only 2 overseas. Hopefully we'll get more of those. These events welcomed 792 players, each competing for prizes and invitations to the World Championship. Hell yeah. 12 different countries held national championships, with approximately 500 participants, with 23 national champions. Cool. The window of opportunity to sign up for these and run them was smaller than we would have liked, yet we're extremely thankful for the international partners who rose to the occasion. We're also pleased with the turnout for these events. Yeah, I mean, for 3 years worth of no support, they did incredibly well. It was just a crazy amount of events and getting stuff done. The World Championships comprised 2 prestigious invite-only events, okay? 32 players each, 64 total from around the world. Many international players traveled to compete, which truly made the event a global competition. We thus crowned the first 2 world champions of Keyforge ever, Donut's dad, hell yeah, and his powerful Key Abduction Alliance, and Dorian 11 with his Archon Italian name. I'm sorry, I don't speak Italian well enough to try to pronounce that damn. Well done, Dorian 11. Let's just leave it at that, yeah? Good job, you pulled a great deck. You did amazingly well. Finally, we announced the plans for making the big Keyforge Party, Keyforge Celebration, an annual event where you'll be able to come and celebrate the game you love with the people you enjoy for as long as we make Keyforge. Keyforge Celebration will form the capstone for every season in the future and will always host the Keyforge World Championships. Hell yeah. Definitely planning on going. Probably not for the World Championships. But I am definitely going to go for the event, see the new stuff, get excited about whatever the new plotline is. I'm really stoked. It's a great opportunity. They put out the Menagerie decks this last year. They showed off Grim Reminders completed decks, which, I'm so jealous. I wish I had my hands on that, but it is what it is. Okay, so here they go over some format information. I'm going to kind of breeze through this, because if you're interested in the statistics, you can kind of like dig through it yourself. But Yeah, so there was 2 primary competition formats. It was Alliance and Archon. They also featured Sealed Alliance as a more casual format. That's my format. That's the one I really want to play, is Sealed Alliance. I really like opening brand new decks, putting them together, and seeing what the best I can do with what I pull is. I know a lot of people are really stoked about digging into their collection and pulling out their best stuff. Hey man, if that's your bag, go for it. I would never ever rag on somebody for playing the way that they enjoy. But I feel like I'm going to have more fun if I just pull out brand new decks and play them like straight out the box with the best strategy I can come up with on the spot. Okay. Keyforge Celebration 2023 saw the Sealed Alliance briefly rise to the level of a major competitive tournament by using the format for the last chance qualifier. Neat. Absolutely. I would totally play that. Sealed Alliance received nearly universal praise, with many enjoying the way it mitigates some of the traditional variants of single-deck sealed events. This format saw quite a lot of attendance and success across the season wherever it was offered. We noted that the players who participated in the last chance qualifier found it particularly enjoyable to have high stakes sealed. As a new format targeted at new and returning players, we have been pleased with the performance of the Alliance format over the course of the season. While Archon began and ended as the preferred format of many, Alliance was presented at every major tournament throughout the year. It was well attended in Florence and at Keyforge Celebrations. Once the final keys at Keyforge Celebration were forged, many approached us to explain their love and appreciation of the Alliance format. That's cool. I know there was a lot of controversy when the Alliance format came out about whether or not it was going to be balanced or fun or just any good at all. I think it's probably fine. Like, I don't know. They put out a restricted list, which was important. I think it was a good thing they needed to do. It's not super restrictive, but like, you got to put a little bit of a power cap on these things. They kind of go over some of the most common deck strategies and sets for Alliance. You can go through that on your own if you want. It's kind of cool. I like metrics. I think they're neat. But yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on it. Just know there's some really cool tables and some really cool charts where they talk about what strategies were popular in Alliance and what sets they tended to be from. I think Alliance turned out really well. I think Alliance worked. I think it was fun. I think that the events that had it had a good time with it. I think Sealed Alliance is probably my favorite idea they've had so far. That I want to play like forever and ever and ever. So yeah, well done all around. The Archon format. Players showed their love for the Archon format this year, making up nearly 2/3 of all attendance at nearly every event. Crazy. Wow. This was to be expected as the preferred format of established players, a direct continuation of the format previously known as Archon Solo. Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is what, all of us who've been playing for 3+ years have been playing and are familiar with. So obviously there are people who had really amazing Archon decks that they wanted to play. Like the Alliance format, Archon saw plenty. Okay, so they go over some of the top ranking decks and over the sets that they came out of. Definitely worth looking at if you're interested in the metrics. Yeah, Archon was obviously going to be the big winner this year, but I'm hoping next year we'll see a little bit more Alliance and definitely more Sealed Alliance. I really want them to put that on the list at all of the events instead of just as a side thing at some of them. But hey, the last chance qualifier is a great idea. I'm definitely going to try for it next year. I don't know that I'm going to do incredibly well, but it sounds like fun to me, Okay. One stood against many. A special shout out is deserved for one player who made the effort to attend all U.S. Vault Tours and the U.S. National Championships. Big Z. Yeah, well done, Big Z. This prolific player, known well by the larger Keyforge community, was able to reach the top 4 of all but one of these events. Dang. Whew. Often using his signature deck, Pink Jacket, City Dream Chaser. Teduz? Is it City Dreamcatcher? I'm not sure. He was dedicated to Archon early in the season, but shifted to Alliance after Vault Tour Seattle. He won Vault Tour Las Vegas in the Alliance format, and then participated in the 2023 Alliance World Championships despite also qualifying for Archon. Congratulations on a great performance all season, Big Z. Hell yeah, Big Z! Woo! Well done. That's good energy. I don't think I'm going to be able to match that energy, but well done. So they talk a little bit about the playstyle software. Saw the introduction of the playstyle to Keyforge competitive space during the 2023 season. It was used primarily by Ghost Galaxy, but several international partners were given access to run their own Keyforge events as part of the closed beta testing of the playstyle during the season. Playstyle went through many iteration changes throughout the season, including the introduction of the flagship tournament format, Playstyle 2LO. Yeah, that was really cool. I liked that they did that to kind of balance out the way the early rounds of a tournament work. Ghost Galaxy is pleased to have helped improve this exciting software and new tournament format, and we believe that Playstyle is well on its way to becoming a robust offering we'll use exclusively in the future. Sure, why not? I mean, most big companies who run tournaments for card games and things like that have their own proprietary software or partner software that they use for running their events, so let's do it. You know, it seems like pretty good software to me. I got to peek at it a little bit last year, and I didn't see anything that was like crazy with it, so let's do it. Last but not least, prepare your decks, box your tokens, and put on a new set of sleeves because news on the 2024 organized play season is coming. There was a lot to be happy about in 2023, but we're committed to delivering an even greater number of experiences in 2024. More tournaments, more play kits, more support, and just plain more Keyforge. We hope you join us forging ahead in this world we all know and love. Archons, as always, see you in the Crucible. Hell yeah. I'm excited for organized play. I didn't do any of it last year. Big sad. I didn't do any of it back 3 years ago when, or 4 years ago at this point, when they were still run by Fantasy Flight Games. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to get involved this year. You guys are going to see me at events. You're going to see me at tournaments. You're going to see me making my way around. Feel free to say hi. If you had a great experience during this year, tell me about it, because I really want to know. Because I'm jealous, man. I really wanted to go, and I just couldn't. I was so busy. But now I got time. So now I'm going to cut out time to make sure I get to do that, and I get to hang out with all of you guys. Side note, welcome to 2024. Hell yeah, everybody. This is going to be a real big year for the channel. At least I hope so. I've got a lot of things planned. I got a lot of videos in the works. You're going to start seeing those coming out bang, bang, bang pretty quick. I'm going to try to keep up a good pace, so you'll be seeing a lot of this face in the future. But yeah, 2024 is going to be a big year for open play. It's going to be a big year for the channel. I'm hoping everybody's going to have a good time. We're going to hang out. I got some things to talk about, and I'll keep trying to do these news updates whenever there's something interesting. You know, whenever there's something that I think might be good for the community and that we might all want to share in. But otherwise, yeah, look forward to seeing me soon, and later, Archons.